Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. As I continue my blind Let's Play, this is now definitely, past the spot where I'd stopped previously any other time I've played this or tried to, and so I know nothing else going into this. So we'll see what happens. Last time we made it through the keep, I'm going to switch her around. We made it to the keep, unlocked, looks like the keep mechanics. We took them over. We found Merwald, had to, sadly fight him, but we learned that we need to go to kind of start tracking down, I think, those people that were near that contraption near the beginning, and also to find out more about us. Suggested to go to find this queen, which apparently is actually one of the gods in the temple of it's the temple of Wodika in Defiance Bay. I don't think like I said last time, I'm gonna go to the temple right off. I'm gonna go to Defiance Bay, but I don't think I'll beeline for it just yet. We're gonna first, Adair and Aloth need to talk to us, so let's talk to them.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
What was it?
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now.
Ah.
The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died, so I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? I don't know. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says she's a Watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. Oh man, that's brutal. That is a good point. You should be prepared that there may be no record of your brother's death. Wouldn't be any worse off then, would I? Adair thinks for a moment. His lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace. Oh, well, shoot. Okay, we'll check that out.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Heck yeah. Let's do it. Alright, Aloth, something's been troubling you with your spirit. Let's see, does it have anything to do with this? Aloth seems to be lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Merwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Honestly, I don't know what to think.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Probably so. Let's discuss something else. Actually, that's it. I've discussed everything with you. So,
Yes.
Yeah, whether it's a spirit or whatever the heck is up with Aloth? Yeah, well, I guess we'll find that out later. Actually, you know what? Let's, there's a little small trail right here. Let's check this out. Where's this going? Looks like some kind of house. Let's just map this out really fast. Yeah, let's go around. Grab those. Okay, is there anything? Nothing? Alright then, well in that case, let's just, let's go back to the trail. I know I could go to the edge right now, but let's map out the trail. To the bridge. You know what? I never went there. I never... They probably had that blocked off. If I'm to be honest, like that's probably what happened, but I never checked that out. I guess we could always loop back around, but to the bridge, 4 hours. Alrighty. We made it to the bridge. Okay. So I'm assuming these souls as well are more of the, oh, what do you call it? The Kickstarter people. So, if you need an inn for the night, Goose and Fox has the softest beds and the best ale. Thank you. There are very few honest types left in Defiance Bay. Oh, lovely. Honest types, very few left. Okay, yeah, so if they have this yellow golden name, that's probably a Kickstarter person. So honestly, I might read more of those later on, but... Ooh, music swallowed up. Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in our city, understand? So yeah, I probably, like I was trying to finish the thought, I probably not going to worry about those, you know, reading all those Kickstarter people, just, you know.
Good day to you.
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time right now, but it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan, okay, is stirring up trouble again. He jerks his head at the gate. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city. Liberally flavored with dozens of propaganda, of course. I'm looking for the Temple of Rodica. Not sure why you want to go there. It's in the first fires, if you really want to see it. You seem on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. Got refugees coming in from all parts, under some misguided notion that things are actually better here. That the legacy somehow passed over us. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. No offense. And good luck to you. We will go. So, okay, the first fire is the center part. Gotcha. And we're going to Copper Lane. 15 minutes. As we journey and trek across the city.
Defiance Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, look at the cat. with like glowing eyes.
Those walls surround the whole city?
Ooh, I like this music. If I'm honest, it kind of reminds me of, shoot. It's one of those songs in Oblivion. It, like, you know, it starts off kind of the same, but then instead of, I think in Oblivion it goes down in octave, and then this one actually goes up. And then does its own little flare. I like it though, you know. This sound looks like some trouble. Well, protesters. Oh, what lovely.
Good day to you.
Oh, this is Rowan. Okay. New in town, eh? You've picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacy no better here. It's the Animancers. Mogren scorch them, and they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. What are you doing out here? Trying to get folk to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis. Instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay. This is the capital of the free oh my god, I can't even say it. Palatinate of the Deerwood. We started out as the capital of an Adiran colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Andra's Gift, Blackenbury, and Heritage Hill. Alright, tell me about Copper Lane. Here is Copper Lane. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the Expedition Hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wilds. That's also where my fellow dozens martyrs and I tend to meet up with other concerned citizens. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me. But they got the biggest library in the Deerwood. Kinda laughs. Eerie indeed. It might be less if more kids stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit Elceris and see what mysteries are revealed. Tell me about Blackenbury. The nobility that didn't sail back to Adia stayed there. Most of their families could trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Other than a lot of has-been nobility, you got Hadrith House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Blackenbury Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animancy in the city. He spits on the cobblestones. What about the First Fires? That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers. But we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Duke, oh my god, the Ducal Palace and the Valiant Embassy in the Crucible Keep. That's interesting, it has the Valiant Embassy there. I need to check that out, given my, well, being from old Valia, not the Valiant Republics. Anyways, he shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they're just strutting peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. There's an old temple of Orca there too. We keep it real nice for her. What about Andra's Gift? Got the name because it was a wetland that was drained back in the Imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated by sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too, if you know where to look. Look for a place called the Salty Mast when you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned warehouses. And lastly, Heritage Hill. It used to be one of the most prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of the Revolution claim plots up there, next to an ancient Gwithan tower, and the city cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attracts richer types these days. A lot of animancer patrons. He spits. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple months back. Authorities sealed it off, and they're keeping their mouths shut. But mark my words, animancy is to blame. Have a good one, sir. Alright, let's check this map. Goose and Fox, we can rest there. The Marketplace. Expeditions Hall, might need to check that out. Someone's house. Okay, goes to the world map. The dormitory, don't know what that's at. Someone else's house. The Hall of Mysteries. Goes to the First Files and Catacombs. And Blackenberry. I think Blackenberry, that was meant like the more kind of seedy part of town, I guess. Alright, let's check out the inn. Probably rest up and make it, you know, more daylight. Have more citizens come out. Let's zoom in here. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, those are whatchamacallit. I can't even think of it now. God, there's a lot of them everywhere. Let's talk to the barkeep.
How do you do?
The man behind the bar is nearly the size of Amari. A handle protrudes from his back, and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of the Daronian independence by a traveling scholar named Roll of Levi. He wanted a place where Kith and all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Blackenberry aristocrats argued with dock workers from the Gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Gibwodians have never been known to turn down an argument. What happened next? Soon Kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. This place got even more popular with the Valiant settlers and the Salty Mass. And that was the problem. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thane. And when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of the Thane. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town. Head out somewhere, hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only he could see it now. How about a room? I'll show you what I've got. So we can't, it's not free anymore. Looks like we have, I do like the idea of, you know, if you sleep in these kind of rooms, it gives you these certain buffs and whatnot. I really like that. We'll just sleep in the common room for right now, just to save some money. There we go. That looks like a quest. Talk to this mercenary. That's a good place to unwind between jobs. Sometimes I even find new ones. Let's check back here really fast. Excuse me. A dwarf and an old debate philosophy on the other side of the curtain. Got some actors, a merchant. Another Kickstarter person. And that's stealing. And that's also stealing. It's red. So we'll circle back. We'll oh, they need to talk. Well, I'll talk to them in a second. Woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her, and watching it with furious intensity. But the size of a coin wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. This is not a good time. You look like you could use another drink. I'll get there. Just trying to calm down and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish. There's something I need to give to my fiance, Perdisk. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, so they're not exactly pleasant company. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our home with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Ernest makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift. But not under my roof. Sev changes you, I guess. The, Pernisk I knew wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd. She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discolored flesh. I thought Sev just made people lay around not doing much. She shrugs. I don't really know. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I can go talk to him. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters on the table. Ah. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have all the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up another one of those, one of these things, or one of these. Goodness, she points to her bruise. But I've heard you're trustworthy. You give this back to him, he'll know we're done. I'll take the ring to him. The house is just north of here. Just please, don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. All right, yeah, let's check it out. Actually, let's pause right here. Let's talk to these two.
The dozens. Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Then there'd be less of them.
Why they call themselves the Dozens? Was 12 Derodians stood outside Halgot Citadel, waiting for Widewin to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate. So that's what they did. The Godhammer? That's what they call the bomb that they blew up Widewin with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god? Guess you gotta name it. What do you have against the Dozens? Nothing serious. Nothing I don't have against a lot of folks anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. Gets ugly sometimes. We don't have them in Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted, and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Malgrim too. Then they especially want to feel right. When they do, sorry. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set them on fire anytime they use her name, you know? But the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. People hide behind symbols so they can't be questioned. The Duke's a reasonable man. Maybe while we're in Defiance Bay, we can get him to force people to call themselves what they are. Don't imagine they'd have many members if they called themselves the Loudmouth Sheephook. Oh my goodness. Let's continue on. Good idea.
Yes?
We could go upstairs, but we're good. And that's another, looks like Kickstarter person. Oh, let's talk to Sagani. Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following her at her heels.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
You've been searching for, however you say his name, for 5 years?
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
Wow, honestly, yeah, that must be exhausting.
It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
What do you have to find? Why do you have to find him?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persak died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. You're kind to say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me, but sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
I'm not going to say of course they do, because who knows. Returning to them is... I'm just going to say that must be difficult.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persak will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
In fragments, I do. Really? What's that like? Let's say... It's strange. Feels like I'm going crazy most of the time. I don't envy you. Guess I'm lucky I only have to worry about someone else's past life.
Makes me wonder what Persak remembers about our village. Or if a turn at the wheel has yanked the details out of his mind like it does for most of us.
What would you tell, actually, what would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunts say we've had fewer clashes with neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that oh my gosh, him helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Prescott, or however you say his damn name, brokered a lot of those agreements too. She holds up the bear figurine. He got this one from one of the Amani ships. They used to trade with us. Sounds like it did a lot for your people.
That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
Sounds like you're on a hunt of your own now. You feel the thrill of the chase. Are ready for this to be over? You know, I enjoy the adventure. Every day brings something new. That's refreshing to hear, especially from someone who didn't grow up in a camp. That's true. We've got darkness on our side. Shall we move on? Yeah, let's go.
I'm here.
Yeah, let's see if we can return this ring to that one person. I need to... Said just north? Yeah, I think that's him.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
Actually, what time is it? It is 5 a.m. while I'm thinking about it, let us quickly save. Since we've done all of that, don't want to lose all that progress. And yeah, we'll just bust in there at 5 a.m. See what happens. Just throw the ring and be done with it. Wow, addict, mercenary, addict. Wow, okay. There he is. Of course, all that would be stealing, so...
Gods keep ye.
Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Pernisk. And this, he gestures to the river around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business. Give him Karina's ring. Karina asked me to give you this. Karina takes the ring and turns it around in its finger. Nice, what's this for? Wow. So yeah, you don't recognize the wedding band you gave Karina? Oh yeah, I see now. She's making a statement, is she? Good riddance to her, then. Sorry I ever spent the coin to begin with. Wow, my dude. Now, is that all? Wow. Goodness, Seems a difficult thing to forget, giving your grandmother's ring to someone. Maybe she's not worth remembering, eh? Oh my god, dude. While you're playing lapdog for her and all, why don't you go back and tell her to keep clear of here? She seemed to care for you. Why are you doing this? Plenty of stars in the sky. Tell her to go set up in the salty mats if she's feeling lonely. Me and her are done. How, you know, literally, how dare you hit your own fiancé? How can you live with that? She was asking for it. Sort of like you right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs that don't concern you. I got business to get back to. Doors that way. You know what? Good, back to business. We're done. We're done. That's it.
I'm here.
Well, it says actually uncover.
Indeed.
Before we go there... Oh. You can turn right back around. The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there, that's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Civ, you're not going to be much care where you are anyway. Ooh. I don't know how... You know what? Yeah, let's give him money. Any chance you could look the other way? Guard narrows his eyes, then takes the money. I do like the view over this way. Thank you, sir. Let's go upstairs and see if we can find... Before we, you know, talk to that scumbag. My goodness. Oh, that's an enemy. Alright, everybody, go! Or actually, go right there.
Attack!
Hopefully this doesn't trigger everybody else downstairs. Find flail, find greatsword, find spear. Take the money. Find shield 2. Rusty bronze key. Yeah, let's take this. Scale mail. Appears that someone has rummaged through the uneven books in a hurry. Okay, so someone was searching up here, it looked like. Adherent dialects. Nah, I'm good. Ah, so we can use the key. Let's go over here really fast, though. Oh, heck yeah. Give me that money. So yeah, just bribing him 100, that worked out beautifully then. Alright, let's check the table. Even more money, perfect. Alright, everybody group up. Hello? Just got sheets and towels and makeshift bed. Oh my god. So, this is the real guy. Wow. Okay, that explains it. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises. And before I keep going, that sounds like rain outside my door. So hopefully I don't lose this recording. So the man cringes and sobs as you approach. God, please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. You're not? Oh, praise Barath. You're not one of those men, are you? Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter, some wizard named Nerid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me, and now he and his men are eating my food, breaking all my things, selling serve inside my own house. He just turned up all of a sudden? I may have hung on to a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed the money. Oh my god, dude. So what exactly happened? He sent over the wizard, Nerid, the man downstairs, to make up for the lost copper. I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. Feels like it's been days. Hold on, hold still. I'll get you free. No, wait. I can't go out there. Not while he's downstairs. I've been tied up for the gods know how long. Please, you have to kill him. Maybe I can convince him to leave? You don't. You don't know him. What he's capable of. You'll see soon enough.
I'm here.
Alright. Well, let's go take him out then. Pernisk grins. You back? Anything I can do for you? I found the man you tied upstairs. The one who's claiming to be Pernisk. That's so. Shame you had to go digging around, friend, because now I can't exactly let you leave, can I? Yeah. I was getting tired of pretending to be that sad sack anyway. Guards. Yeah, let's just do it. He does not seem like that good of a person to keep alive, so let's just do it. And hopefully we can get out of this. Ooh, not that. Let's grab that. And quickly do that. He's near death. And Aloth just died. Oh. Stop. Ned staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave and I'll go peacefully, alright? Too late. Ooh. Oh, not that. There we go. Aloth? There it goes. Okay. Ooh, we got a lot of goodies. Let's grab all this money. Yeah, let's grab a couple of that. Sure, we'll grab that. Daggers, maces, wand, sure. Fine robe. And then Nereid's grimoire. Definitely grabbing that. Alright. Aloth, what do you have on you? Aloth's leather armor. Gadine. Against his robe. So... Oh, but he does have... It's burn proof though, so I might leave that then. Move some of that over. Alright.
Yes? Of course.
Perfect. Oh. Still not done.
Attack!
Oh, everybody. Get out. Get out of the room. There we go. Anybody else? Okay. Come on, guys. Wow, okay.
Attack!
There we go. I was gonna say, I don't know what's happening. Why they wouldn't attack. There we go.
I'm here.
That's kind of silly. Ooh, endurance is kind of getting low, if I'm not careful. Grab that money. Let's head upstairs. Burnisk? Is it done? Is he dead? He's already taken care of. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. You have no idea what you've done for me, but... I need to find my love, Karina. Only after what Nereid has put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you, please. She must be somewhere in Copperland. It's the only home she knows. Known, sorry. And please, don't tell her about this, about what I do. I can make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. Oh, come on, my dude. Goodness. Yeah, perhaps you should trust her and to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her after what happened. I'm sure she won't have anything to do with this, or me if she finds out. Well, guess what? She sent me here in the first place. She did? That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please, bring her home and tell her everything is back to normal. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Karina.
Yes?
Yeah, let's talk to her. We'll speed this up. But, yeah, we're gonna tell the truth. We are not gonna leave out about the drugs or whatever he's been doing. Alrighty. Brina looks at you as you approach. What happened with Prentice? Did you give him his ring? So, Prentice was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Prentice also deals Civ. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Prentice is a Civ dealer? Well, I didn't know you were for an honest woman. Damn it, how could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Even if he does, like, that's her decision, you know. And if not, just in Defiance Bay, you know, in other parts. So yeah, I'm gonna say that because truly, he might, you know, needs help and forgiveness. I mean, sure, but I don't know. It's her decision though. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry it turned out like this. So am I, but thank you for telling me the truth. Oh, and take this. Picked it up from one of the mercenaries to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it. Unwavering resolve is added to the inventory.
Yes?
So yeah, regardless of what she does, yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, that's her decision. Unwavering resolve. +2 intellect and +1 resolve. Okay. Not that. Yeah, let's give this to Ikana. Oh wait, does he not have a cape? Oh wait, that's that. Okay, yeah. You know what? Here. Oh wait, what is he holding? Oh, turban. Oh, okay, duh. Gotcha. I probably should get rid of some of this stuff. Or as it's said in another game, I should pawn some of this stuff.
Hail and well met.
Hello, I need to get a room. Let us heal. Alrighty. Gonna leave the inn. Well, it's another side quest down. Let's go to the marketplace really fast. Let's talk to you.
Gods keep you.
Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Let's see what you got, because I need to sell some stuff to you. Let's for a yenwood. Ooh. Unique sword. Well, we'll sell this. Now, what do I have, though? I already have a fine greatsword, so yeah, let's sell that. Let's sell the fine spear and the scale armor. We'll keep the. No, we'll sell the sword. We'll keep the shield. Oh no. We'll keep the shield just in case. Sell the wand, padded armor. We'll keep one breastplate just in case. Get rid of that. Do we need this anymore? I'll hold on to it just for right now. Keep the pry bar. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, let's try that. At 3,000 now. I think I'll keep that, like, you know, save it up for the keep. You know, some keep costs. Make the barracks and whatnot. I'll come over here really fast. Oh, well, we can't. Yeah, we can't go to the... Oh, because this bridge, because of the stories and whatnot, it's probably destroyed, and it's been destroyed as a landmark. Makes sense. Let's see. The keep. Nothing new to report, nothing new. Keep has been started construction. So yeah, we can't, because it's not finished, we can't construct that. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, Sagani, so she wants to go... Shoot, where was it? Oh yeah, the cliffs, that's right. Wherever that must be. And then, in those paths... Oh yeah, whatchamacallit? A deer and his brother. So look for the records. So probably that Hall of Mysteries, I'm guessing. Oh wait, no, he said archive in the palace. That's what it was. But the palace is probably in the first fires. Oh yeah, that expedition hall. You know, let's head to the expedition hall really fast. Oh yeah, could also check out the catacombs. Okay. Turn on fast mode. Oh, it's paused. Okay. We'll check this place out.
Mercenaries. All fancy weapons and no skill.
Oh, cutscene. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He's flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bryn Giant Slayers run things around here, and you'll be fine. Whatever you say. That's a good advice. Here's the rest. 1. The choice bounties are ours. 2. The Giant Slayers don't share. It's that simple. Enough jabber, Bryn. You gonna do the job or are you gonna talk about it? Withen's right. That corn ain't going to collect itself, said his comrades. See you around, pup. Alrighty. So we have some, I guess, competition in terms of, with the bounties and whatnot.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
I'm looking for work.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Alright, thank you. And... locations of various Ingwithan ruins, notes posted on the map. Oh, here he is.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up! If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off!
I'm looking for work.
Want an expedition? Talk to Wen. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Although, it says you're up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires competence. What do you need?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. I'll see what I can do.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
I got a word from a reliable source that Penhelm Visited a forger in Andra's gift right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunrid Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me. Having your soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
If generations of Moscow's traditions are any indication, this Penholmes probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Got business with me? No, I'm good.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Before we go, let's take a look back here really fast. Mercenaries. Looks like a shop.
Welcome.
I haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? Or are you betting on one? Can I buy something? I'm afraid not. See, the dozens only do business with me so long as I only do business with them. And they're good customers. But if you get on Orsik's good side, he can make an exception of you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Gotcha. And that'd be stealing, so I'm not gonna do that. Oops. On pause. There we go. But yeah, I'd love to go out on these expeditions and check them out, but yeah, looks like we have to do some errands for the other guy first.
You have said you fought in the Saints' War, but for which side?
The one that blew up my god.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire and light could be very convincing.
Funny thing about Deerwoodens. With all that fire and light, they just treated him like another authority figure.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is where I'll stop this video for today. Next time, I will at some point, don't know when, but I will go back to Radrick's Hold and solve that issue. I actually might do that next time, I'm not sure. That or keep exploring Defiance Bay, since I've only scratched the surface of this one district, you know? So, we'll see. And also, I hope to get more, you know, spend more time to when I can do upgrades for the keep, and see where that leads. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. Like I said before, I don't know why I didn't really give this a chance, or, you know, stopped as I did and never picked it up, but alas. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Wherever you guys are, have a good day, have a good night, and as always, take it easy.